City for tonight's junior varsity game against the College Heights Cougars and the Pierce City Eagles. Looks like we'll go right into action here as soon as the buzzer goes. No anthem or announcements. Starters for College Heights is Long, Burns, Holland, Cronowit, and Smith. Burns will be jumping it up for us. And Cougars control possession. Holland with it, Burns over for three, start us off, looks good.
Good start for the Cougars.
Cougars doing some pressing here. Holland backs back off. Did a nice job breaking the press there as they went around. 2-point bucket. Holland up ahead, too strong for Corbin to grab, and turn over to the Eagles. Holland comes up with it. Nice job. Good hustle on the floor. Jaden Smith with it now. Holland back to Jaden. Jaden drives in, takes a jumper, but gets fouled. Go to the line shooting two. Cougars starting out in the press, getting some aggressiveness going. Jaden rims in and out, goes around the whole entire rim and then just falls out. Got one more to go here. A little bit too hard that time. Max and Burns hustle for the rebound, but it's going to stay black. So it's a good thing they didn't get to it.
Yeah.
Holland's open for three. Off the mark. And Cougars have three on one person. Eagles over in the corner for a three-pointer. Misses. Max Long with the rebound. Up to Corbin. Corbin backs back out. Kicks it over to Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith looking to drive. Over to Corbin. Corbin back up to Holland at the top of the key. Max Long inside. Going to get him with the travel. I think they anticipated. It looked like he went up, but he never left his feet. He just made his body go up and down. I got it called the timeout. Good trap in the corner there. Score still 3-2. 5:40 to go in the first.
That's the second possession where we've had the ball on the right wing and kicked it up to the top of the key to Holland. And Holland's looking off the weak side and then putting it back on the strong side. I'd like to see him just swing that ball around and create some movement. We can always get, if we're targeting the right side entry, that's fine, but let's move the ball, force them to defend, and then get it back to the right.
Yeah, right now they've only had to defend one side of the court. A couple times we have swung it all the way around. So one, we got the first three right to start the game, and the other one, Holland had a three on the opposite side, just missed it. It's like we're back pressuring the ball here. Number 10 drives all the way up with the ball. Passes out 15. Number 2 at the top of the key. Number 4. Rebound by Jaden Smith. Up to Crew Holland. Holland pulls it back out. Around to Jaden. Over to Burns. Burns has got the lane. Nice kick
Good
over
look
to Max Long. And it goes. Assist Burns to Max Long with the 2 points. See if they can get them to do a sloppy pass here. They're taking a long time to get it down court. Finally got a bad pass, still counting. Had to be close to 10 count.
That last possession by the Cougars, that extra pass over to Burns on the wing, set up that drive and made a nice pass to the long inside for the finish.
Number 10 at the top of the key for the Eagles. 2, back to 10. Keeping them on the outside. Takes a jumper, but they get in there and get the rebound. Burns had his hand on him, and they're going to get a hand check on the floor. And that was number 15, Witt, got fouled, who drove in. Passing the ball in is going to be Torres, number 10. Good defense. All the way back out to half court. Jones sets up with it at the top of the key. Over to Witt. Back to Scrapehill. Torres throws it over in the corner. Holland with the interception.
Good read by Holland.
Going all the way. Going to call it on the floor. Hand check all the way down and finally blew it before he shot. That's a foul on Witt, his first. Got a checking in here as Solomon goes out, and I believe it's number 11 that came in, which is Pogue. Smith, long down to Smith, back out to the top of the key to Burns. Burns drives, kicks over to Long. Long intercepted it from, I think he was going over to Cronowit with it. Cronowit gets the rebound, shoots the jumper. Jaden Smith with the rebound. Drives in, Cronowit's got it inside, but we get fouled from behind, I think, is the person he's going to call it on. Nope, called it on the guy in front. So he's going to call it on number 10, which is Torres again. That's his first foul. Cronowit this time will go to the line, shooting 2. First one's good.
It looked like one of those plays where the action's chaotic and the ref's just looking for an opportunity to blow the whistle to kill the play because that didn't look like too much contact.
Right. Get it back under control. Hunter Marsh checks in for Max Long. Cronowit good for the second one. And it's 7-2 now, Cougars. Burns giving some pressure so that way they can't just easily throw it in. Jaden with the good hands back to number 2. Going to get a block on Burns. Didn't quite get all the way to the sideline and let him worm around him. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble.
Yeah, on that side trap, you really got to commit to the sideline and let your help in the middle make the steal. Burns just got caught with a little bit too much room on the side.
Torres has got it up in the front court. He's going to drive all the way in. He's going to miss. Burns comes down with the rebound, looks behind him, makes sure nobody's coming. Goes all the way in, basket. Travel.
Take a look at that in replay and see if we can pick that up. Did he take an extra step here? Yeah, he actually picked up on his left.
There's a travel back.
Those don't look like travels because they're not travels in college and the NBA. I wish the high school would just go to the rule that the other leagues are using.
Off the mark. Jaden Smith hustles for the rebound, and the Eagles touch it out of bounds. It's going to stay here. Back to Marsh. Marsh with the little jumper, nice shot. Way to go up, straight up, and not fade away.
Yeah, good strong take by Marsh.
Number 2's got it again. There should be 10 seconds that time. Good job on the pressure by the Cougars. .243, 9-2 here. Burns into Holland, back to Burns. Burns will take a 3. In and out. Look good. Rebounded by Torres. Torres bringing it up. They take, gets, I'm going to say number 2 gets whistled for the foul, and it was Stanfield that took the 3 from the corner, number 4, and that was a second foul on number 2, which is Jones. Cougar ball on the baseline. They're going to do a little bit of half-court trap, looks like, is what the Eagles are setting up. Smith into Burns. Over to Smith. And they break through pretty easily with it. Smith over to Burns. Kronowitz open on the wing. He drives in, gets fouled. Going to call it on the floor.
We're in the bonus, though, so it doesn't matter.
Going to shoot 2 here. Kronowitz, hopefully he can hit. He's 2 for 2 tonight from the line. Hopefully we can keep that going. Foul was on number 20 for the Eagles, and that's Salmon. Kronowitz 3 for 3 now. Off the back of the iron. Hunter Marsh pulls it down. A lot of contact. Burns for 3. Off the front of the rim that time. Burns patiently waits. He had 2 fouls, and it was a good thing because going to go in, drives in all the way, gets fouled, is going to shoot 2 from the line.
Aggressive takedown and is rewarded with the free throws. Cougars are getting wide open threes. They're looking good. They just need to drain them.
Burns hits the first one. Second one's good. Up 12-2 now. Number 15 checks in for number 4, so Witt comes back in for Stanfield. Eagles will have the baseline if they need it. Cougars still pressing. 12-2 is the score.
I don't know why Kronowitz all the way over there on the trap. He should be on the right side. That left the right side open for an easy pass.
Torres was wide open at the top, chose not to take it. It's going to be off Witt. Witt knocks it out of bounds. Witt missed the finish and had a chance at the rebound, and him and Long battled for, Marsh battled for it, and it ended up going out on the Eagles. Burns over to Smith. Smith easily, but loses the ball out of bounds. And so it'll be turnover Cougars, and Witt will have the ball inbounding to Torres. Torres has it top of the key, over to Witt. Three-pointer. Long misses everything. Trying to letting them get pretty physical. Got a hold of some arms, but they went ahead and kept it. Marsh is going to go up. Hopefully he can take it up strong. That time he faded away and hit the front of the rim with it instead of going up straight. Got some new players in here. 22 is Williams. Going to get a foul on, I believe, Connor Perry. 3-5. Yeah, it's on Connor Perry's the foul. Let him get a little grabby the last time down. Got to be stronger with the ball. Off the mark is Salmon. Or Salzman. Looks like it's S. There's another S in there. Salzman. Shooting the second shot. It's hard off the back. Jaden Smith with the rebound. Up to Burns. Burns to Cronowith, can't hold on to it. It was a good look, and Cronowith made a great cut towards the basket. Just couldn't come down with it. Got Witt with the ball at the top of the key. Witt still got it at the top. Pogue almost took thought about a three. Burns comes down with the rebound. Once again, Salzman grabs the arm, but no call. Burns comes away with it.
Good box out that time by Cronowit.
Jaden Smith a little hard. Thompson battling. Torres takes a last-second shot, and it goes off, contested by Burns off the front of the rim. So we are setting 12-2. After calling pretty tight, they were starting to let it get a little physical there at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, it got sloppy. Man, Pierce City just 2 points.
They've
They
taken
sure
a lot
are
of good shots.
Yeah, they're getting open looks. They're just not getting second chance opportunities. I guess maybe the difference in the game right now, because it doesn't seem like either team is shooting well, but the Cougars are getting those second chance opportunities maybe a little bit more. And Cronowit, 3 free throws made.
Yeah, we've went, is it 5 for, no, Jaden missed both of his, but otherwise I think we're 5 for 7 from the line. Burns had 2, Cronowith had 4.
Cronowit missed his 4th.
Did he miss his 4th? So
Yeah.
he was 3, so we're
So five
5 for
points.
8. It'll be Pierce City ball coming out as Cougars won the tip.
Marsh had a nice turnaround jumper, and so did Long.
A little bit of a trap off Long's knee. Pogue will throw it in from the corner here. Holland defending. Into Torres, around to Witt. Over to Pogue. Pogue hits the 3 finally.
Careless mistake by the Cougars.
Yeah. They got Witt and Pogue in both corners. Connor Perry lost track of him. Airballed to 3, though, was Witt. Holland threw it into the hands of Witt. Torres goes down. Going to call it on the floor? No, they call it travel first.
Ooh.
You'll have to look at that one and see. I wasn't paying attention to his feet. I was looking to see for sure there was going to be a foul, but
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe he shuffled his feet going up. I don't know.
Timeout by the Cougars.
30-second timeout. Getting a little bit of pressure, and they're
Yeah, they seem like those 2 turnovers by the Cougars seem like unforced errors by Holland. Just a quick pass back to Cronowit, who for some reason was charging down the court.
yeah.
And then the second one just trying to throw over a defender's hands, which is never successful.
Holland brings it up. Burns for 3. Too hard. Torres brings it up. Goes around, loses the ball, Burns up with it. Burns up to Cronowith. Cronowith's got somebody on that side. Witt steals it away. Witt Stops up at the top of the key with it, over to Torres. Torres over to Pogue, Pogue back to Torres. Over to Witt in the corner, back to Pogue. Oh, going to get Cronowit with the foul. Just went ahead and went on through with it. Almost got the steal, but then ended up hitting him in the head with the follow-through of the hand. Hunter Marsh checks in for Connor Perry. Witt into Torres. Torres in the backcourt, brings it into the front court. Burns defending. Picks up the ball. Over to Pogue. Or I'm not Pogue, I'm sorry. Witt in the corner for three. That's going to be hard. Good box out by Cronowit, but he didn't stay with it. Allows them to get back in. Kicks it over to Torres. Torres hits Max Long. Max Long should have stayed patient. They had him trapped, and he tried to come over the top and grab the ball and ran into him. That was a careless foul that time because they had him stuck with Marsh in front and him behind.
They actually gave that foul to Marsh.
Did they?
But it was it was one of those, it's chaos and we got to call something fouls.
Yeah.
As Long went for the ninja chop over the top.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It was easily the foul on Long's the one who induced that. Witt's got it top key. Burns on him. Had drawn the count. Burns threw it right to Marsh. Marsh over to Holland. Holland's going all the way and finish with the left. Can't finish. Up to Torres. Torres looking to go in and finish. Max Long, nice block. Over to Burns. Burns going to shoot the three. Looks good this time, and it is.
We needed that. Good bucket for the Cougars. Burns' second three of the night.
15-5 now. Applying some pressure. Cronowith and Burns still trying to kind of trap. Almost got his fingers on that one. Goes in, Max with another save. Oh, I think he was out of bounds, but they didn't call it. Long, nice. Long playing some aggressive D there. Up to Holland Burns. Another shot. Looks off the iron. I think it was a two. His foot looked like it was on the line. Witt brings it up. Sucking some wind. Burns covering. Cronowith. Good hustle by Marsh to get out in the corner to cover to stop the three. Witt's got it once again back up at the top. Long tries to go out. They're going to shoot short. Marsh comes down with the rebound. We got a foul on number 10, which Torres, I think that's his third. Maybe just a second. One of them's had, yep, it's just a second. It was number 2 that had 3 or 2 already. Holland into Burns. Burns will dribble it up. Holland comes to the right side. Burns passes it over to Cronowith. Didn't go ahead and kick it over. Back out to Burns for 3. Looks good. It is.
Now Burns is feeling it.
Nice job by Holland, again anticipating that. Brings it up over to Burns. Burns drives in.
Good move.
Nice move and finish off the glass. We're going to get a timeout. Eagles. And right quick, we're up 20-5 now as Eagles hit that 3, and we got a couple of dumb mistakes right after that and thought we was going to have a maybe a change of momentum, but Burns has come out and hit a couple threes, and then we've gotten another 2, and right back up to a 15-point lead now. Full timeout. Eagles look like they're a little tired.
Yeah, the pace of play is definitely favoring the Cougars. The Eagles are trying to slow it down, but Cougars are doing a good job getting in the passing lanes and creating transition.
I like to see our big man, Max Long, being aggressive on the defensive side there. He didn't commit the foul, but he helped commit the foul. He's being aggressive. I like it. But then the next 2 plays, he had 2 blocks, a hustle to get it back and save it in bounds, and then also intercepted the next pass. So Cougars stepping up their defense, and that tends to be the way, whether it's JV or varsity. Once we step up our defense and start making plays on defense, the offense seems to follow. That goes back to my junior high coach. He didn't care how much we scored. It was all defense. We had to be defense.
The Hoosier way.
Yep, exactly. Well, that was his favorite movie.
People forget in that movie the key thing that coach did was go recruit the shooter.
Yeah. Made a lot of difference. Oh, that pressure is just making them make some careless passes, and Witt throws it all the way into the front row. I'm sorry, it wasn't Witt. It was over Witt's head. Max Long catches it in the corner, back from Holland. Holland back over to that corner, back to Max Long. Over to Burns. Burns takes another 3. That one's going to be short. Holland hustles, but he's going to get called for the foul. That time Burns should have went ahead and kicked it one more time. I know he's feeling it, but he should have kicked it one more time into the short corner where Cronowit was, and I think he could have had a drive or a nice little shot there.
Yeah, that was just a heat check. He has to test it. They cooled him down with the timeout.
Witt's got it in the corner. Jones at the top this time. Nice pass into, but just can't finish. But he's going to be over the back. That's going to go the other way. That's Stanfield with the over-the-back call. That was a really nice look and a nice pass inside. Salzman just couldn't finish the bucket.
Coach didn't like that call, and I agree with him. Thompson actually jumped back into the rebound.
Cronowith with the shot. It's going to be short. Burns was flying in to rebound, but it didn't catch any rim, so there's no chance at a rebound. Went straight through. Holland almost anticipated that one. Back up at the top. Jones has it now at the top of the key. Over to Witt. Over to Pogue. Pogue's going to drive in. Straight up was Thompson. Thompson, it goes off his, it went off his face. Did a real nice job getting in position. Just took his eye off of it before he caught it. Holland with it up in the corner. Holland threw it right to Stanshill. And Eagles ball. Witt. Burns over. Jones in the corner with it. Cronowit defending. Burns back up at the top defending. Back over to Witt. Back over to the corner to Jones. Jones is going to drive in, and he traveled. And they finally called the travel. They're making some nice looks inside to him.
Yeah, he's getting open looks. He's just not finishing. He's maybe a little bit too far under the rim.
Oh, looked too late. Connor Perry caught it, and if he would have looked at Thompson immediately or as he was catching it, Thompson was wide open, but he waited just a little bit and let him get back in defense. Referee was very particular about where he wanted it. Nice look.
Good find.
Oh, couldn't finish it, though. That's that designated play where they rub off and have Burns come in, and normally if he's wide open, he shoots it, but he found a great Thompson wide open as they collapsed on him. Just couldn't finish it, so hopefully we can do it, get another good look right inside here. Burns looking inside. Drives in too hard. Cronowith with the follow. Off to the side, couldn't finish. Connor Perry hustling back, but Eagles control. Into the corner to Jones. Back out to Witt. Got 10 seconds to go here. Pogue over. Holland defending. Burns covering Witt. Pogue is looking for a long three. It's going to be well short. And that's how we're going to go to the half, 20-7.
They're putting 9 minutes on the halftime clock.
Well, they wanted to split the difference, I guess, or I don't know what. I don't think I've ever seen 9 at halftime. Cougars need to stay being aggressive with their trapping. I know that they set Smith out that quarter to rest him for varsity minutes. So Smith will probably play the entire second half now.
Well, we'll take an audio break and send you through the first half recap, and then we'll be back for the second half.
And we're back here. We got 25 seconds before we start the second half. Cougars are up 20-7. See how they come back out. Looks like the Eagles are starting the same ones they started the game with. It will be Cougar ball. Smith the inbound to Burns. Go for the half-court trap. Right over to Jaden Smith. Smith over to Crew Holland in the corner. Crew thought about a three. Over to Smith. Smith drives in. Nice little jumper from the elbow.
I like that. From the wing, one dribble to the elbow, pull-up jumper.
Cougars still pressing. Wasting a lot of time. May have gotten away with a double dribble there. Oh, long. Oh, got away with a couple of different fouls, but I guess we won't complain. It was our guys. Smith with it. Over to Cronowith. Cronowith over to Holland. Holland with a three. It's good. 25-7 now. Cougars still pressing. Jones gets his pocket picked by Holland. Holland's looking down to Jaden. Jaden with the finish. And we've got an immediate timeout.
Take a look at that last steal by Holland. Good bounce pass into Jaden Smith, and tough angle to get off the backboard, but nice job using the board to finish. Nice flurry to start the second half for the Cougars.
27-7.
Here's a look at that wing move from Jaden. Just a simple from the wing, one dribble to the elbow.
Cougars still applying pressure. Oh, Cronowith went to dribble it instead of just pick it up, and they ended up getting it back, but then they lose control of it as Jones loses it out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. 3 is the play they're calling here. See what happens. Out to Jaden. Jaden over to Holland. Holland for 3. It's going to be long. Going to get a foul on Corbin this time. Be Eagles ball out of bounds. Into Jones, back into Torres. Torres is going to break at the press. Jaden Smith defending. Over in the corner, Max Long and Corbin both collapse on it. Over into the corner for Pogue. Pogue all the way over to Torres. Torres for 3. It's going to be off the iron. Holland boxes out, but we're going to get called a foul. And I'm guessing that's going to be on Pogue, number 11. Nope. They always prove me wrong. They actually called that on us, and they're going to call that on Max Long.
He changed his mind at some point in that call.
Close to a 5-second call. Finally got it in. Witt's got it at the top of the key. Back over to Torres. Torres is clear out at the volleyball line. Cougars applying enough pressure to keep them way away from the basket. Witt's got it. Defended is Holland, and looking inside, back out to Witt. Witt's going to drive in. Draws a lot of contact, but no calls called. Max Long bullets it up to Holland. Holland's going to swing in, but doesn't get enough on it. Jones with the ball, over to Pogue, over to Torres. Torres driving in. Max Long standing, but they're going to get him for a block as he got there just a hair late. Torres is going to shoot 2 here. And the first one is good. Second one's off the back iron. Broderick boxes him out and then draws the foul on Torres as he had the shooter boxed out, come down with the rebound and made contact. This referee is very particular about where he wants people to stand on out of bounds.
When he knows, he knows. You know?
Yeah. Over to Holland in the corner. Holland looks. Over to Smith. Smith looked back to Burns. Burns looking inside. Over to Cronowitz. Cronowitz going to drive in. Nice take and draws the foul. Way to go strong to the hoop. Two shots for Corbin. First one's going to be off the back iron, off the front iron, and then out. Max Long's going to take a breather. Hunter Marsh comes in for him. That one looks good, and it is. 28-8 now. Looking to get it in, applying pressure. Gets the steal. Burns misses Jaden just by a little bit, saves it though. Corbin comes up with it. Jaden takes a long 3. It's going to be short. Follows his shot, tries to go all the way through. Comes up with the rebound, kicks it. One more, there you go. Corbin with the strong move, can't finish. Jaden with another rebound. Comes down with it, out to Burns. Burns takes the jumper, it's good. Nice little 17-foot jumper, one dribble in. He's going to go, didn't get the sideline, completely cut off again. Which I guess anymore you can't step out of bounds because it's automatically a foul if you make contact. But trying to tiptoe it and just couldn't get up, that's his 3rd foul. 30-8 now. Torres with it. Over in the corner to Pogue. Pogue's going to take a 3. Burns boxes out. Hunter Marsh comes down with the long rebound. Gives it up to Holland. Holland up to Jaden. Jaden into Marsh. Marsh back out to Holland. Holland over to Burns. Burns for 3. It's going to be off the back iron. Hunter Marsh almost tipped it back up and in. You're going to get a foul. Good looking ball movement there by all the Cougars. Corbin back to the line to shoot 2 again. Going to be hard off the back. Hits the front and got enough spin on it that this time it goes in the basket. Burns almost gets in there. Salzman brings it down. Burns gets a finger on it. Torres has it, bringing it up. Way over in the corner to Pogue. Pogue's looking to go all the way into the corner and throws it over Witt's head. As Burns was defending and throws it out of bounds. Let's see if this official cares where he stands. No, he's going to just let him stay where he was. And Burns inbounds to Smith. Burns another 3. It looks good. It is. Over the top to Jones. Jones is dribbling in. Connor Perry let him get around, but does recover. Jones is in trouble. It's off Burns, and actually, I thought maybe that tipped off the other kid's fingers after Burns tipped it even. Witt throws it in to Torres. Torres back to Witt in the corner. In and out. Connor Perry with the rebound. Strong with it. Still looking. Finds Burns. Burns over to Smith. Nice outlet. Get it going up the field. Over to Corbin. Corbin with the nice jumper, but it is short. Salzman with the rebound. Over to Torres. Torres brings it up. Burns fakes the jump. Pogue over in the corner. Hunter Marsh defending. Jaden Smith with his finger on it, and it's going to stay white as he boxed Jaden from getting to it. I've got a checking in. Corbin is going to go out. Holland is in. We got Salzman going to take a seat, and Williams comes in for him. Over to Jones. Burns defending. Up to Witt. Jaden defending. Over to Pogue. Holland defending. Goes around. Good job by Connor Perry to be there for defense. Hunter Marsh is on the floor. Jones has got it at the top of the key. They don't take advantage of the man down. Pogue, Marsh covering. Way back out to the top. Witt with it. Jones back down. Burns defending. Over in the corner. Torres walked. He didn't dribble, and he took a shuffle and then a jump and got called for the travel on the three-pointer. The official's going to take his time to come over. Burns into Holland, Holland into Smith. Smith all the way in and going to call offensive foul, I believe, on Marsh with the block out again. He did that last game where he kind of creates a lane for the driver to go in and shoot the layup. Problem is he's doing a moving screen when he does that if he's not staying put.
Yeah.
Whittle inbound to Torres. 34-8 with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Burns and Smith out at the top. Into Witt. Witt around to Williams. Torres with a three. That's going to be off the back iron and hit the top wire, so that's going to be an automatic out of bounds. Burns will inbound to Holland. Holland will bring it up. Holland just pops the three from the top of the key. It's going to be off. Thompson with the rebound. He's going to muscle his way, but he's going to get a jump ball. I like seeing Thompson be aggressive and trying to go to the basket after the rebound. It's just tough when you put it on the floor. I'd like to see him just turn and muscle his way through and shoot that. Thompson closes out on Pogue out in the corner. Torres with it. Burns straight up. And they're going to finish this time with a little inside layup. Burns into Smith. Smith bringing it up. Smith looking to drive. Kicks it out to Connor Perry. Connor Perry with a nice little jumper from the corner. Got Torres bringing it into the front court. 36-10 is the score now. Thompson does a nice job closing out on Pogue. Jaden Smith almost got it, but he's going to get the hand for the reach. As he was trying to slow down, he puts his hands on him and draws the foul that way.
We are in the two-shot bonus.
This will be Witt shooting two. I guess if you're going to, with 13 seconds left in the quarter, that's the off the back iron, but drops in for Witt. 36-11 now's the score. Off. Jaden Smith brings the rebound down, kicks it up to Holland. Got 8 seconds to go. Burns for three. Looks good. Short. Jump ball. It will be Cougars ball with 1.5 left. They have enough time to get an actual shot off, but they're going to have to catch and shoot very quickly. Holland shoots, and it's off the mark, and that's the way the quarter will end. So 36-11 as we go into the fourth quarter. Burns is done for the night on JV and will rest up now for varsity. So I have a feeling it looked like Corbin checked in for him. So I think we'll have probably Holland, Corbin. Whether he'll leave the same ones out there or not, I don't know. We'll see. See if the scorekeeper gets the fouls reset. Right now he's showing they're still in bonus. It's kind of nice when the outside shooters shoot from either end from this angle. When we're up so high, you can see whether they're on line or not. Just the depth is what's tough to tell. Eagles have 2 timeouts. Cougars have 4. And it will be Eagles ball. Got Jaden, Holland, Corbin, Hunter Marsh, Max Long in the game. Williams inbounds to Jones. Pogue has it over on the wing. Witt, slid his foot, got away with it. Back around, back out to Witt. Good defense by the Cougars here. Witt thought about the 3, pump fake, drove in, just shot it hard. Hunter Marsh with a nice rebound. Gets it out to Holland, and here we go.
Yeah, good box out by Marsh.
Holland up to Max Long. Max Long into Hunter Marsh. Hunter Marsh is going to power in. Nice job. Gets fouled on the second attempt.
Marsh, good feet there to get position. If he just went up straight rather than leaning in on that last
exactly.
attempt. But, yeah, good feet to get into the winning position.
Nice shot by Hunter Marsh. First one's good. Salzman checking back in for Williams. Second one is good. 38-11. Holland with good hands, knocks it out of bounds as the pass was going from Jones to Pogue. Pogue throws it into Stanfield. Stanfield over to Witt. Stanfield with it at the top of the key. Nice look inside, couldn't handle the pass. It's going to go off Salzman's fingers, and it'll be Cougar ball. Smith inbounds to Holland. Over to Max Long. Max Long takes a 3. It's good.
Good looking shot.
Witt. Stanfield over to Pogue for 3. That's hard. Got inside position. Hunter Marsh traveled. Fell down to his knee.
We are in a running clock situation.
41-11 now. All the way out to Witt. Witt over to Stanfield. Over to Jones for 3. It's going to be short. Max Long, nice rebound. Over to Corbin, up to Jaden. Jaden driving. Makes a nice turnaround.
Nice move. Good pivot foot.
Jones up into the front court with it. Over to Stanfield. Stanfield to Witt. Witt for 3. It's going to be hard. Max Long with another board. Holland. Jaden traveled. Got anxious to make that move and didn't get the ball down before he stutter stepped. like Connor Perry and Matthew Thompson will be checking in. Jones with it in the corner. Stanfield drives the lane. Nice floater, but just shot it short. Salzman with the rebound, and it's deflected. So Perry and Thompson check in for Long and Marsh. 3:50 to go. Running clock still. Nice little lob play into the basket. Stanfield finishes it. Bucket's going to be good, and we're going to get a foul on Connor Perry, which is his second. Hard. Corbin does a good job boxing out the shooter as the ball came all the way back. Jaden Smith's going to take a three at the top of the key. It's good. Jones has it, bringing it up the right side. Holland goes for the steal. Jaden's going to get called for the push. And it's going to be Eagles ball down on the baseline. 46-13. Eagles inbounding. Goes out to Jones at the very top of half court. Witt thought about the three, faked it. Jones is going to take the three. It's good. (46-16). Holland trying to make a half-court pass all the way to the block. Good hustle by Thompson. It gets taken away. Holland's going to get the foul. We're going to go up for two. Keeps him from shooting the layup. Looks like we're going to have June check in for the last 2 minutes of the game. They got to wait for two shots.
It'll be interesting to see if they stop the clock if he makes his first free throw, because it's
if it goes back below 30. I thought they were supposed to, but I don't know. JV game may be different. June checks in. Who's he coming in for? Is he going to tell anybody? Yep, Corbin, coach tells him. Pogue lining up here for the second shot. Looks good, but it's going to be off. We got to push. Which way are we going this time? Okay, that one's called against the Eagles. That was against number 20, Salzman. So we never get to see whether or not since they missed both free throws, we don't know whether they went back to stop clock. June has it, lost it. Salzman, no, I'm sorry, that is Sandfield comes up with the ball. Holland comes behind Witt and knocks it out of bounds. A minute to go here with running clock. Inbounds to Pogue. Pogue to Salzman. Salzman with the spinning move, and he's going to jump ball it, and that is going to go to the Cougars. Smith inbounds to Holland. Holland brings it up. See if they're content to just move the ball around. Jaden's going to take a little jumper, short. Connor Perry battles for the rebound, but Stanfield brings it down over to Pogue. Pogue is going to back over to Stanfield. Stanfield's going to drive all the way in the lane, take the floater. Does not go. Comes up a little lame. Shoots it. I think they're just letting the last 5 seconds play here. And that'll be it. They don't even have to inbound the ball with running clock. Cougars, 46. Pierce City Eagles, 16.
all right. Good JV game. Cougars struggled a little bit in the first half to make their shots. They came out in the second half, got a couple steals early, made a couple threes, and really got the momentum going. Played a much better second half, I'd say.
Yeah, their defense looked really good in the first half because they did not give up very many points, especially in the first quarter. They only gave up 2 and gave up 5 more in the second, so they only scored 7 points in the whole entire first half. And Eagles picked up their scoring there in the second by scoring 9 instead of just 7 in the second half.
All right, we'll take an audio break and send you through the second half recap of the JV game and then be back to set up for the varsity game.
Looks like we'll have the national anthem.
Little change for the Cougars tonight from the last several games. Ethan Yukonov back in the starting lineup. Quaddy doing the tip for the Cougars. Number 3, Emmett Price doing the tip for the Eagles. Tip won by the Eagles. Eagles enter it to the elbow, kick it back to the wing. That's number 23, Mack, on the ball. Three-point shot is good by 5, Judah Lynn.
They look very patient and very smooth going into that offensive set.
Cougars up top with Dickens over to Schumacher. Schumacher gets in, floater. Quaddy pulls down the rebound.
Nice hustle by Quaddy to get up and get that rebound.
Gets the roll for 2.
Schumacher just a little strong as he was coming in with that floater.
Pierce City into the short corner. Over again to Lynn, to the elbow. Three-pointer by Parks, and he hits.
They're starting out very hot shooting.
Schumacher drives down the left and draws the foul. Cougars will have it up top. Quaddy inbounding into the corner for Dickens. Dickens looking for an option, pulls it up, sends it across. Quaddy's able to out-jump. Three-pointer by Dickens. Foul called on the floor.
No, I think he's going to say it hit the wire.
Oh, okay, hit the cable up top. and it will be the Eagles' ball.
Almost wonder if that was premature, though. I didn't see the cable move that time.
Eagles in the front court, into the dunker's corner. That's McWilliams, number 1. Swung across, Parks up top. Lynn for 3, and he's good again.
2 for 2, and Coach wants a timeout to talk about it.
Three for 3 for the Eagles to start the game. 3 shots, 3 three-pointers.
Coach wisely does a little bit of griping before he tells the referee whether he wants a 30 or a full, so he uses a 30 and got about an extra 15 seconds.
7-point lead already for the Eagles.
Looks like I would assume they'll pressure as well, just like the JV did. It's kind of their three-quarter court pressure.
Schumacher inbounding for the Cougars. Up ahead to Stanton. Stanton across court, deflected. It will stay Cougars' ball.
Got bailed out with a tip. Otherwise, there wasn't a Cougar in the vicinity.
Entered in the backcourt to Schumacher. Enters to Stanton at the free throw line, into the corner for Dickens. Dickens loses the ball, is able to get it back. Quaddy on the ball up top to Schumacher. He pushes in, kicks it back to Yukonall on the wing. Yukonall looks for Quaddy on the cut, but can't handle it. And McWilliams picks up the loose ball up into the front court for the Eagles. Double team comes for the Cougars. Back to McWilliams. He dribbles back to the corner. Resets to Lynn. Parks up top. Over to 23, that's Mack. Parks for 3. Short this time. Parks gets his own rebound. No box out. Tries to enter it into McWilliams. Loose ball goes to Stanton. He pushes up to Dickens.
Got to get box outs on those long shots especially.
Quaddy turns and shoots. Rebound by Price.
Tough shot.
Parks is able to keep it in. 3-pointer by Mack. Another offensive rebound by Price. Into the corner for McWilliams as Stanton's defending. Reset up top to Parks. To the free throw line, out to the wing. Lynn again for 3. This time Quaddy gets the defensive rebound. Outlets to Stanton. Stanton push up ahead to Dickens. Dickens back to Stanton. Entered inside, and Quaddy finishes strong for 2.
Nice strong move. Drew the contact, but no call made, but still finished the shot nicely.
Lynn can't handle the pass, gets back to it. Entered down low for McWilliams, splitting the zone.
It's a nice look down inside.
Quaddy baseline, kicks it back to Dickens, deflected. Dickens is back to it. Dickens resets over to Schumacher, quickly to Yukonall on the wing. Finds Quaddy on the flash, turnaround jumper, gets it.
Quaddy with a nice rise up and shoot it over everybody.
Back to the near side for Lynn, into the corner, switched all the way across. Mack drives in, extension finish is good. Stanton up ahead, gets stolen by Lynn. Lynn barrels through, Quaddy blocks it off of Lynn. And
it'll stay with him though.
Miller and Walker checking in the game for Schumacher and Yukonall.
I think that was literally what you call putting your head down and ramming into somebody.
Yeah. Into the corner for Parks. Parks resets it up top. Cougars in a 3-2. 3-second call. Is that what it was?
I did not see what they called that.
Ball got thrown away anyway.
Yeah.
Walker inbounding for the Cougars. Into Dickens. Miller pulls up his dribble, gets it over to Walker. Walker finds Quaddy in the front court. Quaddy to Dickens. He takes the quick three. Fight for the rebound. And again hits the cable up top.
I don't think it did. I don't know if this guy cannot see that from out here, but it did not hit the cable.
Huh. Well, he's seeing something.
He is, but it's not touching the cable on that.
Parks into the front court for the Eagles, over to Lynn. Parks decides not to take the long three. That's 21 in the game, that's Witt. Lynn travels, and the Cougars will get the ball. Quaddy has subbed out for Jaden Smith. Walker tries to go between his legs. Parks knocks away. Smith gets on the floor. And timeout called by the Cougars. That's the second timeout called for the Cougars. 3 remaining for the game.
Another 30-second timeout.
I do like taking that timeout there, though, on the floor, saving a possession. Cougars do have the arrow. Smith down here on the sideline to inbound to Walker. You can all into Stanton in the short corner. Stanton turns out, still looking for a spot, kicks it to Smith. Smith back up top to Miller, deflected, and that's a backcourt violation as Miller's last to touch.
Yeah, they tipped it, but then he touched it before he went back over.
Yeah. Still team control by the Cougars. Last to touch was Miller in the front court, so first to touch in the backcourt is a violation.
It's just one of those bad happens when you're trying to hustle and get it. And it's one of those you're better off after it's been tipped to let it go and then recover it in the backcourt.
Eagles running the set. Parks on the ball up top. Over into the corner for McWilliams. Back to Parks. Parks jabs and fakes a drive in. Kicks it back around. Entered into Price. Stanton fouls him on the floor.
No, they called travel first.
Oh, okay, travel called. Big sub change coming in. It was Stanton, Smith, and Walker subbing out as Schumacher, Dickens, and Quaddy re-enter the game. Dickens was daydreaming.
Yeah,
Took it right in the stomach.
I think he was looking at his uniform or looking at his shoes or something, and all of a sudden, bam, the ball hit him.
Schumacher up top to Dickens. Back to Schumacher, takes the three. He
Good.
gets it. 4-point game now. Eagles back into the front court.
Good ball movement.
Deflected
good
by
hands.
Dickens. Quaddy gets it. Looks for Schumacher and
Nice
finishes.
finish.
McWilliams slows it down, walks it up into the front court, gives it to Lynn. Over to Witt. Witt into the corner for Lynn. Under a minute to play here in the first. Back to the elbow, kicks it back to Price. I'm sorry, to Parks. Lynn shot fake, drives in, kicks it back. Witt takes the three, and he's good.
That must be the older brother, Witt. So I think number 15 was also Witt.
Looks like they're both freshmen.
Ah,
Schumacher drives in, kicks it to an open Miller. Quaddy's there for the offensive rebound, puts it back, can't get the roll, but will go to the line to shoot.
(13-11), and we had a good run, and then they hit that 3 again, and then jumped back out by 5, 16-11.
Quaddy long on the first. Only 2 fouls called so far in the game, both on the Eagles.
So far, Quaddy and Schumacher is the only ones to score.
Quaddy good on the second in a full court press. McWilliams on the ball. All the way across to Lynn. Eagles holding for the last shot, 5 seconds to play. Lynn gets all the way through and finishes, or I shouldn't say finishes, goes up and doesn't finish.
Doesn't finish. But let him go all the way through the defense there.
Cougars got lucky there, and we'll go to the end of the first, 16-12. Pierce City with some hot shooting to start the game. 3 for 3 to start from the perimeter, and then I think they've hit one more, so they have 4 already in the first quarter. Cougars do have the arrow coming out. 4-point lead for the Eagles. Cougars will come out the same way they ended the quarter. Dickens, Schumacher, Miller, Yukonaw, and Quaddy. Dickens inbounding.
It's like they're going to apply a little bit of pressure here, denial.
Quaddy comes back to help setting the screen. Inbounded to Schumacher. Schumacher at the top, being defended by Parks. Over to Dickens on the wing. Back up top to Schumacher. Dickens into the short corner for Quaddy. One more to Miller, into the short corner for Yukonaw. Finds Quaddy. Quaddy tries to muscle through. Looked like a lot of contact there, no call, and the Eagles pull it down.
Yeah, it didn't look like they got ball. It looked like they got wrist and arm when he went up above them.
Lynn on the ball. Tries to enter it in, kicked by Quaddy.
It's good patient movement on offense down there to get the shots we were wanting to inside to Quaddy, but just didn't get the foul call we needed.
Yeah, that paint touch can be a really nice opportunity for an open 3 if Quaddy will keep his eyes up to see when those opportunities come. Just like that, Witt takes the 3. Long rebound, Quaddy's able to save it in the corner. Over to Dickens, up ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher pulls up for 3. Yukonaw pulls down the rebound, draws the foul.
And finishes.
Cougars are within 2 and will go to the line to make it a 1-point game.
Stanton and Walker check back in.
Yukonaw was just left all alone on the rebound. Good job finding an angle to get to the backboard to put it in.
Completes the 3-point play. Eagles forgot that he made the basket. We're still expecting to shoot a second one.
Ball passed across, gets all the way through to Witt. Double team comes.
Timeout, Eagles.
Good decision by the coach to burned a timeout there as the 5-second count was started, and Witt really did not have an option. First timeout used of the game for the Eagles. Cougars have done a nice job clawing back into the game. Early 9-point or 7-point deficit by the Cougars.
Yeah, we like to spot a team.
Yeah.
We've even done it pregame where they got to shoot technicals to start with
That's right.
a lead even, so.
All right, back to the action. Parks in the backcourt, defended by Walker. Switched over to Lynn on the near side. Walker comes up to pressure ball. Lynn pulls up his dribble, gets it to Parks into Price. Three-pointer by Parks. Long rebound to Walker. Walker pushes up ahead, kicks it across to Schumacher. He gets it.
Nice shot, good ball movement.
Yeah, I love that Walker got to the elbow and then kicked. That's really a great spot for a shooter to shoot from. Witt into the corner to McWilliams. Cougars now with their first lead of the game, 18-16. Schumacher gets called for the hold, I believe, at the end of that play.
Yeah.
And he did get him on the arm. I think the momentum of the play was winning the 5-second count. But Schumacher just got a little careless there. Getting his hand in there on the long-armed McWilliams. Eagles moving the ball around. Parks holds it up top as they shift into a right-sided offense. Entered inside. Stanton deflects it. Walker comes up with a loose ball. Walker pushing. Kicks it out to Schumacher. Schumacher drives in and gets called for the travel. Just got caught looking for a pass that wasn't there and gave up his pivot foot. Lynn brings it up into the front court for Parks. Parks goes to the corner. McWilliams up top. All the way across to Parks. He drives baseline. Stanton comes up to pick him up. McWilliams for three. And the Eagles retake the lead.
Good ball sequence by them that time.
Walker in the corner takes the three. Rebound to Stanton, kicks it back to Schumacher. Schumacher in. Kicks it back up top. Goes to Yukina on the wing. Schumacher over to Walker. Walker being defended by Price.
Referees were, not going to let them sub in because of the
So Coach was saying something that sounded like
timeout is what they thought he said.
he's saying something with out at the end of it, but it wasn't timeout. Maybe get out or play out or side out.
I'm not.
Into the corner for Schumacher. He's back up top to Yukina. Over to Stanton. Stanton looks for baseline, loses his footing, gets back to it. All the way across the lane. Turnaround, good.
He did all those moves on purpose so he could just go in there and shoot his little baby hook.
And the Cougars retake the lead by 20-19. Second lead of the game for the Cougars. Price loses the ball.
Going to get Stanton with a push from behind.
Subs coming in the game now for both teams. Second team foul of the quarter on the Cougars. Just one team foul for the Eagles in this quarter. Entered in for the jump. And Parks is able to finish it. Cougars quickly up ahead. Dickens takes the extra dribble. Miller back to Dickens, and he gets the three.
Nice shot.
Back and forth game here. Cougars now with a 2-point lead. Lynn up top to Torres. Torres and Burns both in the game. Lynn with his left. Dickens is able to pull down the rebound, loose ball. Dickens into the corner for Miller. Miller dribbles it back up top.
Got bailed out with a foul there. Almost had a turnover on the pass.
Miller inbounds for the Cougars to Dickens. Over to Walker. Walker holds on the wing. Back to Miller. Into the corner for Dickens. Dickens drives in, kicks it back to Walker. Walker for three, in and out. McWilliams pulls down the board for the Eagles. Passed up ahead. Torres tries for the layup underneath the backboard.
It's good hustle getting back.
Walker pulls it down and into the front court all the way to the,
Gonna call block on the floor.
got it all the way to the paint. Didn't get the shot up though, so Cougars will get it underneath. Stanton and Burns subbing out as Quaddy and Schumacher sub back in. Miller on the baseline to inbound, finds Quaddy, can't handle the pass, and Price steals for the Eagles.
Pass was deflected. Miller tried to throw it through the guy's hand and off Quaddy's hands.
Lynn up top. Over to Parks. Parks holds. Torres on the ball on the near wing. Walker went for the read on the steal. Entered in. Dickens is there. Dickens pushing up ahead. Gets all the way to the basket, but can't finish. Torres dribbles up with his left. Quaddy defending. He's able to get it over to Lynn. Into the corner for Parks. Rebound to McWilliams. Throws it back to Miller. Up ahead to Walker. Walker drives in.
It's luckily
and gets called for the charge.
Luckily, they are going a little cold on their three-point shooting because they're still getting a lot of open looks.
Walker and Miller sub out as Yukina and Stanton sub in. Lynn back to Parks up top. 21 Witt back in the game. Stolen away by Quaddy. Quaddy goes in and finishes. 4-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Cougars.
If he'd had a little more space there, he was wanting to dunk it.
Witt on the wing, into the corner for Parks. McWilliams in the dunker spot. Tries to enter it in, deflected off of someone's foot. It's going to stay Eagles ball. Number 23, Mack, back in the game. Lynn for three. McWilliams gets the offensive rebound. Quaddy from behind on the big block.
Count it.
The block went right to Mack, who was able to put it off the glass. Foul called
Colson. Dickens.
Dickens. Quaddy with the rebound, outlet to Dickens. Dickens into the corner for Walker, up to Dickens for three from the wing.
Good.
And he nails it. 5-point lead now for the Cougars. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Parks back over to Lynn. Eagles looking to hold possibly for the last shot. 30 seconds remaining as Parks dribbles it out in the corner. Cougars content to let them play for the last shot. 5-point lead for the Cougars. Lynn all the way across court for Mack. McWilliams over Walker, gets called for the foul. That is the 4th team foul, so they won't be shooting in the bonus.
It's Williams first.
Where are they moving the ball?
That's only 4. They were confused. .6 to go.
Walker inbounding. Pass it all the way up ahead. Dickens gets to it, takes a 3, gets fouled.
It's only a 2-shot. His foot was on the line.
Foot was on the line, so 1.4 on the official game clock. Dickens at the line to shoot 2. Did he call a?
Pierce City's coach received a technical on his comments.
Okay, so Dickens is going to shoot
his 2 shots for the.
Dickens long on the first. Okay, so are these the technicals?
No, this is the 2 shots on the foul for the shooting foul.
Gets the roll on the second. And I think Quaddy's asking to be the shooter for the technical. He's going to put Schumacher up there to shoot him. And then the Cougars will get the ball at the halfway line. Schumacher good on the first. 7-point lead now for the Eagles. Makes them both 8-point lead, and the Cougars will inbound with a second left. 1.4 is actually on the clock for the first half. Tough angle here to get the camera view, but whistle before sideline warning called on Parks for reaching across the line. 1.4 still on the clock. All the way down, stolen by Price. And that will do it for the first half. What a turnaround for the Cougars. Now with an 8-point lead going in to halftime. Coach Quaddy talking to the refs about something. Not sure what it was, but we'll go to halftime here. We'll send you through the first half recap. And we'll be back to start the second half. Clock is running here for the halftime. Let's go ahead and put that on the clock before we go. All right, got about 3 minutes left before the start of the second half, but wanted to do a little bookwork here. Here's a look at our district seeding at the moment. Pretty even district. Ash Grove, the early favorite to win the district, is 7-5. Miller, who beat us earlier in the season, is 9-5. We are 5-6, so just a game under 500 at the moment. Jasper is 7-6. Liberal 5-8, who we beat. Thomas Jefferson 2-9, and Verona 3-11, who we beat. Ash Grove has played some tough games in their losses. They lost to Central and Springfield, who's that was in that blue and gold tournament, I believe, and also to Greenwood. It's a solid team. So they've had some good losses. And a little look ahead here at our upcoming games. Tomorrow night is homecoming at the new College Heights facility. Exeter is our opponent. That's a very winnable game. The next week will be in the Lancer Classic over there in southeast Kansas. Don't have our schedule yet, but that should be a 3-game tournament. And then we'll go into Verona and Verona at home, and then Wheaton, both winnable games. Then the Macaulay Mercy Warrior Classic, and finish off with Thomas Jefferson, Macaulay Purdy. The February 12th is the makeup from the missed game earlier in the week. And then Golden City, who's struggling this year, and a solid Sarcoxy team to finish out the schedule. So this is a big game for us tonight. If we can win this game, that puts us in a pretty good shape to make a nice run the rest of the season.
Yeah, from what I understand is that our first draw in the Southeast should be a really tough game. We're playing a academy team. There's been some debate on where they're from. We couldn't find. They said it was from Branson, but it's.
It's not Link Academy, is it?
No, it is Sunshine Christian Academy.
Okay.
And we tried looking them up, Broderick and I did, and they had one in Wichita. And but when they were talking earlier in practice, there was supposed to be a team from Branson, so we couldn't find anything about them for sure, but they're supposed to be really good.
All right, we're ready to start the second half. The Eagles with the ball. Quaddy gets the steal.
There's the dunk.
And flushes it home. Largest lead of the game. Schumacher deflects it but can't get the possession. And foul called on the floor, I believe.
No, he said it's good.
Oh, okay.
One shot, yep. Stanton was just kind of falling back and couldn't establish position.
Price makes the free throw. 7-point lead now for the Cougars. Burns in the game, into the corner for Schumacher. Schumacher resets up top, all the way across to Dickens. Dickens drives into the open space.
Oh,
in and out. Loose ball goes to Lynn, and McWilliams on the outlet. Over to Parks.
Tipped by Stanton.
Dickens up ahead. Into Schumacher. Schumacher back to Dickens. Entered to Stanton at the elbow. Stanton can't control it.
Stripped away from the backside.
And Parks up ahead. Lynn dribbling, the count's happening. Quaddy gets another steal. Quaddy goes in, and big foul.
Whoa, that's going to be an intentional. They call it immediately. You got to go after the basketball.
So that will be 2 uncontested free throws for Quaddy and the ball. Quaddy makes the first to extend the lead back to 8.
Short on the second. And we'll get the ball out of bounds now, correct? Underneath.
At the spot of the foul on it.
So it'll be
intentional.
Down low.
And Burns inbounding. Did Burns start the second half?
Correct.
Okay. Into Stanton, up top to Schumacher, across to Dickens. Tries to enter it. Schumacher's wide open on the backside. They find him. Takes the 3. Stanton pulls down the offensive rebound. Finds Quaddy. Quaddy gets the roll. 10-point lead.
Falls. Got a timeout. Timeout Eagles. Timeout Eagles. 30-second timeout. Biggest lead of the night, 36-26 now.
We'll take a look at that.
Yeah, I believe Burns started second half for Ethan.
Quaddy hit pretty hard into that wall. There's not much distance there from the end line to the wall. It may actually have been better, so he was able to hit his back rather than his head.
Luckily, the kid did push him at the body instead of cutting his legs out or something like that. But Cougars applying pressure here.
McWilliams inbounding for the Eagles to Parks. All the way across to McWilliams. Still in the backcourt. Finds Witt on the left side. Parks on the right, into the corner. Baseline drive. Looks for Price underneath. Price dribbles it back out. Back into Price. Cutter on the baseline. Witt can't get it to go. And Stanton got his hands in there.
It's going to be a foul. Oh, wait, he switched his call.
Yeah.
He's going to call foul on Stanton. That's Stanton's third foul.
Coach is instructing his players to see the ball. That's something we've talked about on these inbounds, making sure you still see the ball in your guarded position. Price gets the floater. Back to 8 points. 8-point lead for the Cougars. Quaddy over to Schumacher. Schumacher from 18 gets it.
Nice shot.
Parks in the backcourt to McWilliams. Schumacher and Quaddy. Schumacher bumps him, no call. Price up ahead. Stanton's there for the charge.
Foul. Nice job. Way to set and take it.
And that's Price's second foul of the game. Walker sub it in for Burns, and Yukonov sub it in for Stanton. Schumacher dribbles up, gives it to Quaddy. Quaddy centers it into the middle to Dickens. Over to Walker on the wing. All the way across court to Schumacher. Schumacher dribbles back to Dickens, over to Walker. Walker to Dickens on the wing. Yukonov in the short corner, reset up to Walker. Walker to Schumacher on the wing. Schumacher back to Walker, open for 3.
Tipped.
Yukonov gets in there, gets the deflection, and no foul called. Yukonov was getting both of his arms grabbed.
I guess we should feel fortunate they went ahead and give him the ball.
Yeah. Yukonov inbound into Quaddy. He rises up and makes it. 12-point lead now for the Cougars. Parks dribbles it up into the front court for the Eagles. Back into the corner for Park. Price at the elbow. Looks backside for McWilliams. Walker, good hands to deflect it away. Will stay Eagles ball. Miller subbing in the game as Dickens takes a seat. Price down low, inbounding for the Eagles. McWilliams, no call on Quaddy. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Got away with one there. I guess that's a makeup for the other end.
Gets it to Walker. Walker with a jump stop. Takes the step, though, afterwards.
Yeah, he's going to take a travel.
The jump stop was right, but he just doesn't have a pivot foot after that. Parks jogs it up. Cougars in their 3-2. Mack on the wing into the corner for Parks. Finds Price wide open at the elbow. Can't get it to go as Walker pulls down the board. Walker pushing back into the middle. Gets it to Miller. Miller to the elbow. Tough shot. And Price pulls down the rebound. Miller got hit on the body there as he went up. Physical game. Parks resets for the Eagles. Over to Witt.
JV game got fairly physical as well, so.
Mack carries it across as he hands it off to Witt. Back to Mack on the right wing. To Price at the elbow. McWilliams pulls down the offensive rebound and puts it back. Back to a 10-point lead for the Cougars. Quickly into Walker.
Box outs are critical, just keeping them to one shot.
Schumacher all alone at the key, finds Walker for two. Had his foot on the line.
Yeah.
Back to a 12-point lead. All the way across court. Back up to Witt. Finds Price down low again. Can't get the shot to fall. Loose ball. Mack gets it to Parks. Deflected by Yukon. Back to McWilliams. McWilliams goes up and commits the foul on Walker. I don't know if he actually called the foul or if he just
stopped the play. I don't know either.
So Quaddy and Schumacher sub out. Schumacher 12 points tonight. Quaddy with 16. Walker brings it into the front court for the Cougars. Kicks it over to Miller. Miller resets to Smith. Over to Walker, into Stanton. Stanton looks down low for Yukon, kicks it back to Smith. Over to Miller, finds Stanton on the cut, and Stanton gets pushed, and no
call on the push.
Wow.
It's getting pretty chippy and physical out there.
Parks into the front court for the Eagles. Cougars holding a 12-point lead, 2 minutes left in the third. Parks holding it over his head on the corner, switches all the way across to Lynn. Rebound goes to Mack. Mack
on the floor.
I believe that was on.
I think it's on Walker, but we'll see here for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Third team foul on the Cougars.
We're giving up rebounds. We've got to give them one shot and done because they're struggling with their shooting now, and if we can hold them just to one shot.
McWilliams inbounds to Parks, takes the three. Fighting for position. Mack comes in to get the rebound.
There's going to be a push from behind that time.
12.
That's going to be on Quaddy.
That's his. Let's see, he's just subbed in the game. They don't have him on the board yet. That's the fourth team foul of the quarter on the Cougars.
First one against Quaddy.
Okay. McWilliams inbounding into the corner for Witt. Back up top to Lynn. Over to Parks. Parks tries to dribble down. Quaddy gets into the corner, switches across to McWilliams. Up top to Witt. Lynn dribbles on the wing, over to the elbow, dribbles back to the top of the key. Back to Parks on the wing. Parks pulls up his dribble, gives it to Lynn, over into the corner to McWilliams. McWilliams dribbles back up. 1 minute left in the quarter. Parks takes the three. Dickens pulls down the rebound.
Oh, offensive foul there. 23 got called for blocking Stanton all the way into the stage.
So it's not an offensive foul. Once the shot's released, team control is done. So that should be a shooting. That
It's not the fifth foul though.
Okay, is it the
23's third, and that'll only be their third foul for.
Oh, okay, third foul. Yeah.
Correct. It's like another freshman checking in who played in the JV game for the Eagles.
Number 4, Stanville. Burns and Schumacher also back in the game for the Cougars. Quaddy gets into the front court to Schumacher. Schumacher loses his dribble, gets it to Quaddy at the key. Down low for Stanton and finish.
Good pump fake. Eagles almost threw that one away in the corner.
Parks back up. Back up to Parks. Lynn back to Parks. 20 seconds left in the third. Double comes on Parks in the corner all the way across to the opposite side to Stanfield. Parks takes the three, and he gets it.
5 seconds.
Dickens from half court.
Over the backboard.
At the buzzer.
A little too much power.
And so after three, the Cougars have an 11-point lead, 44-33.
We have an 8-point lead at halftime.
Yep, so extended the lead by 3. The largest lead of the game has been 12 for the Cougars.
Back to the original starters now for the fourth.
Cougars have the arrow to start the fourth quarter. Schumacher and Quaddy at the halfway line. Yukonah gets it to Schumacher. Over to Yukonah on the left wing. Back up top to Dickens at the top of the key. Over to Stanton on the wing. Stanton drives baseline, spins, kicks back to Quaddy, to Dickens. One more to Yukonah, into the corner for Schumacher. Schumacher back to Yukonah. Yukonah resets it to Dickens. Yukonah cuts through as Dickens finds Schumacher on the left wing. Back to Yukonah. Stanton into the short corner. Schumacher to Dickens for 3. He gets it.
Nice patience. There wasn't any reason to hurry and rush on offense when we're up by 11. Wait till we get a good open look and finish it then.
Cougars open up the fourth quarter with the largest lead of the game, 14 points. Lynn on the ball on the near side. Pump fake by Parks. Back up top into the corner for McWilliams. McWilliams into the short corner on the near side. Number 23, Mack, over the top deflects it out of bounds and will be Cougars ball.
Boy, they are struggling with anything inside the free throw area. They have not hit the first shot they've taken on it.
Dickens dribbles up for the Cougars. Over to Schumacher on the wing. Schumacher drives baseline. Floater. Mack pulls down the board into transition. Yukonaw's back, tries to take the charge.
It's going to get him with he shoved that hip out just at the last second, trying to draw that charge, and they got him for the foul.
Yeah, leg fouls are fouls on the defense always. First team foul of the fourth quarter on the Cougars. Mack gets the roll on the first. Quaddy rebound on the second. Dickens up ahead on the left side. Into the corner. Enters it into Quaddy in the double. McWilliams got his hand in there, and jump ball is the call. The Eagles have the arrow.
Walker checks in for Ethan.
Coach Harrell's not happy with that jump ball call. Lynn walks it up for the Eagles. Parks on the wing, back to Lynn. Witt all the way across to Parks, takes the three. Off the side of the backboard, Parks is able to get back to it for his own rebound and makes the two-point basket. Back to 11 points, Stanton quickly up ahead into Schumacher. Back up top to Dickens. Dickens being pressured by Witt. Over to Walker. Walker looks for Dickens on the cut. Dickens goes up strong and gets fouled. Can't get the finish, but will go to the line to shoot.
It's a good cut. It was a good look by Walker to draw, and then just couldn't get it to roll in.
Dickens true on the first. 12-point lead again for the Cougars. That's Dickens' 11th point of the night. Good on the second. And back into play. Lynn brings it up. Trap coming. Walker gets the deflection to Quaddy. Quaddy goes in for the layup. And 15-point lead now for the Cougars.
Good strong finish. This time they chose not to go with the cheap foul.
Eagles want a timeout. .5:33 left. I'm not going to say that at 9-2 I felt super confident that this was the way the game was going to go, but let's look at the comparison between these two teams. If you look at their overall stats, Pierce City is scoring 46 points a game. The Cougars are scoring 55 points a game. You're not scoring 46 points a game if you're going to shoot 15 of 20 from the three. So
yeah,
we figured that those numbers were going to even out as the game went. But really good start for the Eagles. Good job by the Cougars to be able to come back and kind of pull away in this game. Quaddy's long arms have been a big factor. Getting those steals up high in that 3-2 zone. Walker and Schumacher come on the trap. Deflected by Quaddy. McWilliams is able to get back to it. Mack at the top of the key, back to Parks. Parks looking to dribble down, picks up his dribble. Over to Witt, back to Parks at the top. Parks gets into the free throw line, finds McWilliams on the cut. And McWilliams finishes it. We'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Who is the foul call on? Foul call on Dickens. That's his second. Miller and Yukonaw subbing in the game for Stanton and Dickens. Nobody really in foul trouble. Walker has 2, Dickens has 2, and Stanton has 3. Gets the rebound on the miss. Walker quickly up ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher slows it down. Back up top to Walker. Walker to Quaddy at the free throw line. Schumacher's there, takes the three. Short rebound goes to Stanfill. And foul called on the floor on Quaddy.
I believe it was on Ethan.
Oh, 21, not 12.
Yep.
Walker gets called for the reach-in foul. The block. Fourth foul on the Cougars. So the rest of the way, the Eagles will be shooting 2 on fouls.
Walker's third foul.
Enters into the backcourt. Parks with the dribble down. Walker with the steal. And open court foul. That's an intentional foul. They're not going to give it to him, though. That's a technical in the NBA.
Well, we don't get the walking like we do in the NBA, so you can't get the NBA technicals there.
Yeah. Schumacher on the sideline inbounding, gives it to Walker. Quaddy sets the ball screen. Walker dribbles in, finds a lane, and draws the foul. Walker to the line to shoot. Third team foul on the Eagles. Walker off the front of the rim on the first. Stanton and, was it Stanton and Miller that subbed in?
No, Colson, Dickens.
Okay, Stanton and Dickens sub in as Quaddy and Schumacher take a seat. Miller is in the game also. He was just already in. McWilliams brings it up for the Eagles. Over to Mack, back to Lynn. Witt back to Lynn at the top of the key, gets to the free throw line, finds McWilliams in the short corner. Back up top to Lynn, Walker defending. Dickens
Good hands.
blocks it up ahead to Walker. And Walker for 2. 16-point lead now, and the Eagles want another timeout. One timeout remaining for the Eagles. Cougars just keep extending that lead slowly but surely. Eagles aren't hitting those shots, and they're losing possessions up top. Cougars, that must be the Cougars' 6th or 7th steal
This half.
outside the three-point line. This camera view makes the crowd look less than what's here. The side we're on is where most of the fans are. Eagles fans are still into it.
Four minutes. It's a long ways to claw back at the lead it's at now. They're going to have to get heated up shooting like they were at the very beginning if they're going to have a chance to get back in it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 threes make it 10, and then that feels like a real threat. Another steal for the Cougars. Miller gets it over to Yukonov, quickly up ahead to Stanton. Stanton finds Walker into the corner for Dickens. Long rebound goes to Stanton. Stanton resets up top to Dickens. I thought Dickens was going to launch that.
Yeah.
Back to Miller. Miller to Dickens at the top of the key. Witt defending as Dickens dribbles him off to the elbow to Yukinaw. Back to Dickens for three. Rebound by Parks. Parks being defended by Walker. Gets through the top of the key. Gives it to McWilliams, driving baseline. Good floater for two.
Yeah, it was a nice drive on the baseline and floater.
Walker up ahead. Flips it back to Stanton into the corner for Dickens. Takes the three. Yukinaw is there for the rebound but can't secure it. Falls to Witt. Witt quickly up ahead. Into the corner, Parks launches. Parks is short, Stanton's there for the rebound. Walker's able to secure the loose ball. Walker slows it down and walks it up into the front court. Under 3 left to play. Stanton looks for the cutting Walker. Has Miller at the top of the key on the kick out. Yukinaw setting a screen at the elbow. Stanton drives in on the left. Turnaround jumper. Long as McWilliams pulls down the rebound. McWilliams takes the three. Dickens and Walker both there for the rebound. And Coach Harrell wants a timeout. Two timeouts remaining for the Cougars. One timeout remaining for the Eagles. All right, Quaddy and Schumacher have subbed back in. Also, Walker, Dickens, and Stanton in the game. 14-point lead for the Cougars. Eagles matching up full court. Cougars 4 across. Walker over to Quaddy. Still in the backcourt to Walker. Walker brings it across the halfway line, gets it to Dickens. Dickens into Quaddy at the free throw line. Walker back to Quaddy on the elbow. Finds Stanton on the backside. Stanton, good power move and finish.
It's good ball fakes. Pump fake got him up, and then he was able to easily finish it once he's coming back down.
Parks into the short corner for McWilliams. Back to Parks, closely guarded, finds the backside. That's Stanfill. Loose ball falls to Schumacher. Schumacher being tightly pressured. Gets it back to Stanton. Stanton gets his leg clipped, no call. Walker finds Quaddy. Quaddy gets fouled, and basket's good. Not sure what that foul was.
Good, strong finish.
I'm not sure if I even got that. That was McWilliams on the foul, I believe. Beatty subbing in for the Cougars for Schumacher. Smith and Burns also in the game. 1:34 left to play.
18-point lead. Hopefully make it 19 here with Quaddy's free throw.
Quaddy also subbing out for Steven Calandro.
The only starter left in is Colson.
Witt on the wing, swung across. That's number 15, Witt, his brother, Carter Witt. Back up top to Torres. Into the corner. Stanfill at the top. Logan Witt to Torres. Eagles running their motion offense.
Doing a nice job stalling for us.
Yeah, this is what would be very frustrating if we were down, if this is what they were doing. Doesn't seem too bad with a 19-point lead.
Right. Still haven't shot. Taking a minute off the clock now for us.
Eagle fans want a
Gonna
shot.
Call a timeout with 30 seconds left.
In the player's defense, that's the type of stuff you do in practice. You swing that around, swing it around, swing it around, and you never take the shot. And sometimes it's hard to know when to take the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got most all their JV players in there now, so they're just running through the motions.
Let's do another look ahead. Tomorrow night, homecoming, Exeter. We'll see if the weather holds out for us. Even if school is canceled, there's still a chance. Let's say there's a morning flurry, which I think is what they're calling for, is late tonight. We might get some snow.
Yeah, very early in the morning snow.
If we have some morning snow that would cancel school, there's still a chance that we could have the homecoming game.
I think
Friday
it's only
night.
if we delay the games now, because last year they implemented the rule that if they cancel school, that they will no longer have sporting events.
Eagles back into action. Torres at the baseline. Loses the ball, is able to get back to it, stands up after he regains possession and gets called for the
pretty
travel.
sure you still can't stand up after you lose it.
Burns gets it into Beatty. Miller
There
up ahead
is.
to Calandro.
Nice. Way to break it. Burns steal.
And Miller follows at the buzzer. Final score, College Heights 63, Pierce City 40. College Heights, after a rough beginning, really finished the game strong.
Yeah, we finally took over and took control of the game after giving them a head start.
Cougars always ask the opposing team for a joint prayer after the game. Emmett Price, number 3, went out with a sprained ankle. He's really hobbling over there as he's coming into the circle.
Glad we met up with Pierce City partway through the season instead of in the beginning of the year tournament. We struggled, and Pierce City looked like they were playing pretty good early on when I watched them in that tournament. So,
Well, on behalf of Cougar basketball, I'm Brian Schumacher alongside Brad Burns. We'll send you through the second half recap, and we'll hopefully catch you tomorrow for the homecoming games.